fresh buck rub.
Oh yeah.
Right on the path where we... Hey, it only takes one good picture to know he's in here, right?
Look at that.
So we're back where I shot my buck last year. It's a week before the season, so a little late to be pulling this card, but the plan is we wouldn't hunt this till late October anyway, so we wanted to get some intel after the deer shed their velvet. That way we know that the buck didn't change his home territory after he shed his velvet. So trying to see if there's a mature buck in here, especially up on this flat. So we hung the camera up high, so Jeremy's using his stick to get the camera. So we've had this one up just about a little over 2 weeks, so we're gonna check it out. Like I said, my plan is to sit this probably about the same day. I think that Saturday's the 23rd. I shot my buck on the 26th, so I think I'm gonna come in here similar to that date unless other spots are telling us otherwise. So we're gonna check this camera. Hopefully we get a good buck on it. Down in that bottom, we only had a couple pictures, but we saw a really nice rub about 40 yards from where we had our camera. So we know there's at least a nice buck down over the hill. So let's check this, and got one more camera to pull for the day, and it's time to game plan for the first day. So it's almost here. Leaves are changing. It's a little cooler. Next week is probably about 20 to 30 degree temperature drop for the opening day, so we're pumped up for that.
Trail. And I'm through there.
I have a tree mark literally like right here at the base of this hill. So I figured you could have someone over there catching them coming down and up. Here, and there's someone on this side. There's bedding literally right there. If you diagonal up here, like 3/4 of the way up of the hill, there's just like a small patch of thick, nasty stuff.
And this is an area that we've looked at before.
Yeah, so we've been in here came in March, scouted it out a little bit, and then I came back in about a month ago, put a camera up, and I walked this whole loop, so I know it pretty well now. So now it's laid out. There's a nice, on top here, there's a ridge top here, and then there's a ridge top probably about a mile that way. But there's a saddle that connects the two, and I think that's going to be a perfect spot for the rut, where these bucks are just going to be cruising back and forth, because there's going to be a lot of pressure closer to the road up here. It's going to push bucks back further in here, and then that saddle can cross back and forth all day long looking for does. So really excited for that in November. So we'll see what's on camera, see what's in here. So camera's just right up on top of this hill, so we're gonna sneak up just to make sure we don't bounce too much. Kind of sneak and loop around up on top. So just trails in this creek bottom everywhere. Let me pull my map up because it gets a little confused in here. Okay. Yeah. So bedding is like straight out. See that thick stuff? And it wraps around this hill, and then straight this way it goes down onto that saddle. So I think anywhere from like, if you go straight this way, and then there's bedding all around us, probably like almost like a half moon on this top. So I think these deer will be cruising back and forth. When we came in March, back behind us about 20 yards, we found a ton of scrapes, almost in a line. We marked them when we kind of did a circle up here. So we're definitely using this transition areas. And there's just these small pockets of saplings, and I think when they get pressured, they can bounce into those and have a nice hidden spot and kind of sit until evening, and then kind of work these ridge tops before dark and hit the acorns. So I think that's why when there's a lot of pressure on the other hill, it's going to bounce these deer into these little thickets. So I think that's where we need to be later in the season. So check this camera, get out of here, keep moving on. Chilly morning, 34. Can't ask for a better opening day. So wind's perfect for the sit we're gonna have. So gonna go into a spot that we have history of 2 years ago. I shot a buck the first day rifle out of. Last year my dad missed the buck during the rut in archery. So never hunted it this early. So gonna give it a go. The wind's perfect. I think this spot's going to get a lot of pressure later on in the year, so that's why we're going to hit it early. See what happens.
What's the wind doing?
Kind of just like lifting up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of just going straight.
From somebody.
Literally pulling straight up.
Set up on a nice trail. I got some acorns down below me. Hopefully these deer are going to work up towards me so the wind is perfect. But to my left is that deer trail, so nice and calm this morning. Here we go.
Well, folks, we came in here really thinking that these deer would be up in this bedding area, especially after light. It's only about 34 degrees, beautiful morning, barely any wind. Jeremy saw a bear and 3 cubs, so I wonder if that has anything to do with the deer not being up in here. So it's almost 10 o'clock. We're going to give it a few more minutes here and then start climbing down, regroup and see what we want to do for the evening. So wasn't planning on hitting this sit this early, but the wind was perfect, so figured we'd give it a try.
What's up, everybody? We're here for the evening sit. So we're in an area where we hung a couple trail cameras this summer. Had some in the years past, had some history with some deer too. So got a good wind, jumped a couple as well coming through here. So all set up, ready to rock and roll. Fingers crossed. Here goes nothing. Having a blast on day 1. Antler up. We're gonna go walk around, kind of scout our way in, and it's a public land. It's a spot that I've never been to, Dimitri's never been to. Going kind of blind just to see what happens, and maybe we get lucky with a doe. So we looked at the map, have a few spots that we're gonna kind of work our way. Found a good parking spot just to put us in a good area to hit the most that we can for this evening. So just after getting out of work for the 2 of us. So I'm gonna go find some fresh sign hopefully and get set up. If not, we'll just continue to walk around till we do and mark our ways, and here we go, see what happens.